highly recommend this song for beginner fingerstyle players. It sounds awesome with minimal effort. What's up everyone and welcome to Dr. Guitar. This is a tutorial on the song Northern Attitude by Noah Kahan Hozier. I'll be covering the verse, pre-chorus, and chorus, the difficulty, the tuning, and at the end I have 3 helpful tips. I give the overall difficulty of this song a 3.7 out of 10. If you take a look at the left hand, it has some hammer-ons and then some pull-offs, but they're about as easy as you can get. And then we have some irregular chord shapes, which are also about as easy as you can get. So the left hand really is nice. So for this reason, I give it a 3 out of 10. The rhythm of this song is the most difficult part. We have some fast 8th and 16th note rhythms of 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. But then you have some counting to do. When you get into the pre-chorus and chorus, you'll have to count out like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Combination of intuition and counting are required for this song, so for this reason I give it a 5 out of 10. The right hand in this song is really not that bad. We have a fingerstyle pattern on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string that just gets repeated the whole time, and then we do have some fast down and up strumming, but overall it's really not that bad, so for this reason I give it a 3 out of 10. To determine the difficulty of each song, I'd have the left hand rhythm and right hand difficulties and round out that average. The tuning of this song is pretty wacky, but it's worth it because it makes everything so easy to play. The tuning is drop D on the 6th string, A on the 5th string is normal, D on the 4th string is normal. You're going to tune down the 3rd string to an F sharp, and then you're going to tune the 2nd string down to an A, and then you're going to tune the 1st string down to a D, and all of these notes make up a D chord, D, F sharp, A. So it's an open D tuning. And don't forget, slap a capo on fret 1. Let's get started. The intro and verse have this fingerstyle pattern. What we're going to do is take a look at the right hand immediately. So the thumb goes to the 4th string, index on the 3rd, middle on the 2nd. Those are their assigned strings. Your thumb will be alternating, but that's it. So the first chord is open strings. You'll play 4 and then 3, 2. So thumb, index, middle, and thumb is a longer note, index, middle are fast. From here, you're going to play the same thing in the right hand, but you're going to hammer on fret 2 on the 4th string with your first finger, like this. And then add in index, middle after. From here, you're going to leave that one finger down on fret 2, and you're going to hammer on the 4th fret of the 4th string, and then add in our index, middle after. And you could use your 3rd finger. I like using my pinky. It's just a little bit of less of a stretch on your hand there. If you can see me, this has a stretch, this is less of a stretch. That's why I would make that decision. And then we're going to do a sequence of pull-offs. So you'll play fret 4, pull off the 2, pull off the 0 on the 4th string, like this. And then you're going to put your first finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string and leave it there, and we're going to do a fingerstyle pattern. So you'll do thumb, index, middle, and then your thumb's going to go to the 4th string. And then you repeat that again. So 5th string, 4th string. So that measure sounds like this. So when you put that all together very slow, it sounds like this. Open, hammer on, 2 to 4, pull off, 2 on the 5th string. That gets repeated 4 times. Then we're going to go to the pre-chorus, and these are nice because they're just 1 finger chords mostly, and then you'll have to count to 4. So you'll strum all the strings open. That's your first chord. It's pretty nice. So you'll do that and count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to add your first finger to the 2nd fret of the 5th string and strum that. Count to 4. 2, 3, 4, and then this is a little bit of a trickier chord. You're going to use your 2 finger on the 4th fret of the 6th string, your 3 finger on the 4th fret of the 5th string, and then your pinky on the 4th fret of the 4th string, and then you'll strum this chord and let that ring for 4 beats. And then you're going to go up to the 5th fret on the 5th string and strum this and count to 4. So when you put all 4 of those together, it sounds like this. Open, 1, 2, 3, 4, add your first finger, 1, 2, 3, 4, wonky chord, 2, 3, 4, 5th fret, 5th string, 2, 3, 4. And this gets repeated. There is an extra measure of blank space before the chorus. Moving on to the chorus, we're going to switch to full strumming patterns here. And the first chord is just all the strings open. What's going to happen is you're going to let this ring for 2 measures of 4, but on the last beat, so the 4th beat of the 2nd measure, you're going to add in 16th note strums of down, up, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to lead you into the next chord, which is your 2 finger on the 6th string, 5th fret, and then your 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the 3rd string. Everything else open. It's really nice, and you'll land on this chord and do the same thing. Count for 2 measures, and on the last beat, do 4 strums at the end, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to take this shape and slide it up 2 more frets to fret 7, and do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to go back to this 5th fret shape and do the same strumming pattern here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So when you put that all together, it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. There are 2 guitars going on in this song, where one of them is continuously strumming 16th notes, and then there's a separate guitar on top which does what we just covered over there, where you have to count 2 measures out, last beat you strum. So I've kind of combined them both into one guitar, and it makes it sound pretty epic in my opinion. So if you want to try it, you actually would play everything the same, except on the beats that you would be having space and counting and not playing, you're going to fill that in with down and up strums. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And when you're doing these strums to fill in the space, you would focus more on the low end. Try to focus more on the bottom 3 or 4 strings and just do 1. And when you get to the 4th beat of the last measure, you do all the strings. 1, 2, first tip I have is to practice these rhythms without the guitar. I recommend just saying them out loud and trying to get them with your voice first before you add in the variable of your hands. So the first rhythm you need to get down is the fingerstyle, which is 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2, 1 and a 2 and a 3. Specifically, the chorus is tricky, so you could practice counting out the chorus like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you really feel like you can do that on your own, it's a little bit harder to do than you think, but once you think you got it on your own, then add in the guitar chords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The second tip I have is to practice the left hand hammer-ons and pull-offs. For this fingerstyle section, you do have these hammer-ons going on the 4th string, and they're not too bad, but if you're struggling with them, I recommend checking out my left hand slurs videos right here. The third tip I have is to practice the right hand alone. So no left hand. You could get better at this fingerstyle pattern and get good at that. And then you could also get better at the strumming. When you get better at just open strings, then plug the left hand back in. And I also recommend Mauro Giuliani's 120 right hand studies. They're very good for developing the right hand fingerstyle patterns, and you can check those out at my Patreon or right here. If you got any questions, please let me know in the comments below. I'm happy to help. And I also take requests, folks. So if there's a band or a song or artist or whatever you want me to do, I'll make you a tutorial. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.